Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy, and welcome to SpecFreq Dev video number 15. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I am getting over pneumonia, so if I cough a little bit, I'm sorry. But I'm getting better, so I want to make this video to talk about two main things. Desert Assault is now in winter mode. I'm going to talk about what that looks like in a little bit here, and I'll show you it. And I also want to show off the next part of the zone editor. So the last video I made, I showed, and here's a sneak preview of Desert Assault in winter mode. I showed you how you can put stuff down on the map. If you remember, we added this. And this is now in the actual game, by the way. So when you go in the game, you'll see these updates. But we added these barrels. We added some additional containers, right? But I also showed last time how there's a whole bunch of, and I'm moving this over here, configuration files that have to go into that, right? This one specifically has like, here's the new weather options that are in the game. This one has flags, right? Teams, vehicles, that kind of stuff. But behind the scenes, like this is what helps drive what the zone looks like. Behind the scenes, there's all these additional XML files. And so this is the load balancer XML file. This is what tells it, where the banned words files are, where's the executable path. And this is set up for my local machine, which is why it's in Windows. Normally I run these on AWS for the actual game itself. This load balancer runs this server. And so here's the different parameters for the server. The server needs to know how to connect to the store. The store needs to know how to connect to the chat, right? These can be kind of a pain to manage. And so what I've been working on is this zone editor. So now, you have the one to edit the zone itself, that's in Godot. But to manage all the XML files, it's not pretty, not nearly as cool. But here it is. This is what I've been working on this week for the most part. So you could load each individual file on your own if you wanted to. So I can go to chat and I can go to export chat. Here's DC chat, and you see it loads everything in here. And if you look at the Notepad++ thing here, matches up. Nothing crazy, right? But normally all this stuff is linked, and you want to be able to check it, right? So you can load all these one by one. But now that it's in an editor, I want to be able to verify all that. So I did make file groups. And so if I go into, where did I put it? Here we go. And now this loads all the configuration files for Desert Assault. Now I can go into here and say verify the configuration settings. And this will actually go through and make sure everything's aligned. So the important things are like making sure these ports are aligned with these ports. So that way, when the server connects to the store and the player connects to the server, it can pass on all the right information, right? And so this isn't the fun part about making the zone, but this is still the important part because you need to be able to edit these files correctly. And what I didn't want is to have the zone editors have to deal with figuring out like what goes where. Like they're all pretty descriptive labels. It's still not like super easy mode, but it's there. I tried to color code it to make it so it's obvious which tab you're in. So that's like the unfun part, but it is part of the zone editor itself. The next part, really the last zone editor configuration I need to do is for the actual zone itself, for this stuff right here. I'm thinking I might release it before I get this part done, just because this is going to be a pretty huge project since this is much more dynamic. These are fixed files. Nothing really changes. In fact, the only thing that really is dynamic is this, because you can add multiple versions of what's allowed to connect to the game. Everything else is fixed. But this can change a lot based off how you as a designer want to do it. And so this might take me a little bit to build, but at least I got the other one done. So that's the zone editor. Nothing crazy, nothing sexy, just good old zone editor. All right, let's jump into Desert Assault. So you saw in the configuration file that I have it set to a whole bunch of snow. So I made it so you can stack weather. In this case, I want it so high is essentially a blizzard. So I added a whole bunch of snow. High is a blizzard, short duration. And so what that means is it's only going to be between 0 to 60 seconds or so. You can have blizzard conditions. Medium duration, where it's not quite a blizzard, but still a heavy snowstorm. It's going to be about 60 seconds to probably about 5 minutes. And then flurries up to about 10 minutes. And so if we log into Desert Assault here, let's jump in. can see the ground's a little bit white, so it's flurries. So there's really not much going on. In flurries, I did take out some of the fog because it was kind of getting a little annoying. I noticed like when you play other games that they don't really have, like when it's just light flurries, they don't really have a lot of like fog to mess with things. So I'm gonna jump into the game here. It looks like it's sunset. So yeah, just a little bit of light rain, nothing crazy. I think it does kind of look like snow a little bit. Do I have mod? Oh, I don't have, because I'm not logged in. All right, let's do something real quick. Because if I log in, then I'll have my mod commands available. And then I can actually change the weather. Let's do this. Gotta love typing your password when you're being recorded. Okay. Oh, well, looks like it switched to Blizzard mode right as I logged out. So Blizzard mode, you see it's a bit more foggy, but you guys had seen that before, so that should be nothing new for you. It is foggy in the dropship for this one. It is an open dropship, I guess. And then you see there's a lot more snow coming down, right? No. Back to flurry. So you kind of saw that transition, right? The blizzard was only there for a little bit. Let's see if I can. So I think that adds time. Oh yeah. Should do it again. I'm just going to keep incrementing the hours. What do I call it? Change weather? I don't think that is what I called it. Oh yeah, it is. Now it's medium snow. I mean, it's nighttime too. Let's just make it daytime so it's easier. So I'm just sending a bunch of mod commands to the server, just moving time faster so we can see it. All right, so now this is medium snow here. You can see medium snow is, well, it's medium snow. There's a little bit of fog. There's a little bit more snow there. Now we're in blizzard conditions, so you should see a lot more snow fall down. I did notice that sometimes it likes to stop the snow. But that's it. That's what Desert Assault is in now. I'm going to keep it in winter conditions for a while. Uh, that's really about it, I guess. Yep, now we're in medium snow. Anyway, alright guys. Mentioned it was going to be a quick video. Here we are. As always, join us on Discord if you have any questions. Peace.